So Bonnie, thank you for the opportunity to spend a little time this morning.
Okay.
I'm Dawn Garcia, and one of the things I love to do is talk to business owners to get a sense of what their experience has been like and really how that experience can benefit others that are going into business. So tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, I own Home Helpers and Direct Link. We provide supportive home care to individuals. Quite a few are seniors, but they can also be disabled. And we support them in their homes. We can do anything from light housekeeping, cooking, all the way to personal care. The Direct Link are the personal emergency response units. They are utilized for falls, for individuals who have trouble maintaining medication schedules. We also have a monitored medication unit.
Oh, wow.
So we try to keep them safe when they're home alone.
Awesome, awesome. So you've been in business a little over a year. So how has that experience been? Any surprises or anything that was really something you're proud of in that first year?
I am. I think we've done very well.
Awesome.
Being a registered nurse, this was in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
And we've been able to grow the business at a pretty steady rate, keeping in mind our caregivers and our clients, and trying to do the best we can for either one. So yeah, it's been challenging, but very rewarding. I love to sit down and talk to the seniors and learn their stories.
And that's really where the gold is, being able to be a part of their life, their experience, and I'm imagining being able to give back to them through
Definitely.
your passion and caring for those in need.
Definitely. It's those little hugs that they give you, or the squeeze of the hand when you're talking to them, and I think sometimes they get lost in the family, where the families are just, kind of backed away, and they still need that care, and that's what I find the most rewarding.
So what advice would you give others who are thinking about starting a business based on your experience?
Be prepared to market. That was the area that I had no idea that it would entail the level of marketing that we're doing. Just to get your name out there and get linked up with people in your same type of business and your referral sources. That was very challenging for me, because it was something I definitely was not used to doing. So really be prepared to be able to do that.
So how did you figure that out? Or did you have any help, or it was something that just trial and error? What worked for you?
A lot of it was trial and error. I think the first thing that we decided to do was sign up for the Chamber of Commerce's. And in doing that, you kind of get linked to their business after hours. My niece had got me involved with a networking group, and even though that one wasn't as successful, I joined BNI, and that was helpful, at least getting me connected with the type of businesses that I needed to be, or that I needed personally for the business.
There's probably some growth
Yes.
through those experiences, I would imagine.
Yes, that's been very helpful in learning those tricks.
Of course.
And I'm much more comfortable marketing now than I was a year ago.
Wonderful.
So that would be the main thing for any new business you've got to get your name out there, and the only way you can do it is by marketing. And when I say that, I don't mean like in the newspaper or anything like that.
Marketing
I'm
and
talking,
advertising are different.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
So it's been fun, getting to know different business owners, and you know, there's so much out there that can be useful.
I'm sure. So one of the things you shared with me recently is that your company has actually been rated #1.
Yes.
What was the ticket to that success?
I think overall it's our employees. We went about it differently than some of our competitors. We decided to emphasize things with our employees so that we make them happy. And I think by doing that, they have been our best referral source for other employees. And so in doing that, with having the availability of caregivers, we've been able to take on more clients. And so, you know, there's always been that steady stream coming in that we've been able to walk that fine line. So,
Awesome.
so I think by doing that, and listening to them, listening to our clients, we've been fortunate to really have a successful business in the year that we've had.
Congratulations. That is a huge
I
accomplishment.
absolutely had no idea until we were told that we apparently are doing pretty well.
Wonderful to hear that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And you know, and it's nice to have something to compare it to. Where
Absolutely.
some small businesses might not have that, but
Right.
we've been fortunate enough to have it.
Excellent. Well, one of the things I always like to harvest is any particular pearls of wisdom that you would like to share with other business owners that might be thinking of following either your path or their own personal passion.
Be flexible.
Okay.
Things will not stay the same, and what you envisioned your business being will probably be much different 6 months or a year from now. Don't be put off by it.
Embrace it.
Embrace it. Yes, that's a good word. It really is. You have to learn to really go with things, and you'll find that it definitely works. But if you dig your heels in, it will sink your business very quickly. So being flexible is probably the #1 pearl that I can give to a new business.
And that pearl applies to any business.
It does.
It really does.
Really does. In talking with other business owners too, they really, you know, their businesses are so much different, successful, and they're
Different types.
different types, but just not what they initially envisioned it was going to be.
Sure.
But, you know, and the other thing is, if you're not passionate about it, it won't succeed. Because when you start a new business, it is 24 hours a day, and you really have to be passionate about what you're going to do.
Absolutely. You are the face, you are the presence of that business until it grows enough to be its own
Yeah,
entity.
yeah.
Very true.
That is really a major key. But try to give yourself breaks. Even though it may be hard in the first 1 to 2 years, if you can just walk away for a weekend sometimes, and just kind of re-energize yourself.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of us forget that.
especially when you think about it. You're in business for the long run.
Yep.
It's not a sprint.
You're right.
We have to pace ourselves in order to have the energy to sustain that.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that's easy to forget in that first year.
Excellent advice. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
This is Dawn Garcia and Bonnie Phillips sharing business successes for your experience. Thank you for listening.